For about 6 months. So I started just at the end of Easter this year.
Cool.
So you want little bites like that?
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Yeah, correct. So I've done a mixture of some larger gyms, which was sort of self-directed, which was probably part of the problem, training essentially without a program. I've also done some circuit training type stuff, which was good because I got to use other parts of my body, but form correction was something that was lacking. And I like to run, so I would run with mates quite regularly. But this is really tailored. Let me start again.
That's right.
This is P360's really helped correct form. It's focused on all aspects of my body, top to toe. So I'm not just doing cardio; I'm doing strength training as well. So it's been great.
Awesome. Okay, in saying that, so how long were you a member at Lime for, and how long were you doing the sort of like the boot campy sort of style without any guidance? What was the time frame for those?
I did boot camp style, a few different versions of that on and off for about 4 years. I did the sort of self-directed gym for about 1 year. And look, you get a bit of coaching along the way, but I think it was really a choice for me just to say, hey, I'm doing all this, I'm working hard, but I'm not getting amazing results. Let's try something else.
Okay. What's you?
I think it was the strength component. Like cardio I was pretty good at, but the strength aspect was missing. It was never tracked. I didn't lift heavy weights. I was fit, but I certainly kind of didn't look like I had any kind of physique or kind of upper body strength particularly.
Okay.
It's pretty impressive. I think I've upped my sessions from sort of 2 or 3 a week to about 5 a week. So I'm getting the full range of exercises in. I feel strong. I'm much more disciplined. It's now become pretty routine to get out of bed most mornings and come and do this on the way to work. And I just feel, better, stronger, and more capable. So yeah, it's good. I'll be a LSKD brand ambassador in no time.
Oh mate, that's definitely going in. So
look, life's really busy. Family man, 2 kids. I'm a dentist that runs a sort of busy business, and I just had to sort of carve out some time for me to do this because it just wasn't happening. And as a result of me doing this every morning before work, it sets you up for the day, makes you feel pretty well on point. Sure, you might need a little double espresso around 2 p.m. just to kind of keep sailing home, but yeah, it's a massive mental health boost. It's a significant part of just staying focused and staying on track. It's a little reward as much as it is an effort. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
My girls are 10 and 8.
Busy. Yeah.
Yeah.
How would you? Okay, you get up at 4 o'clock, 4:30 to be here at 5:30, right? And you put a full day's work in, and you go home. How's your energy level when you get home? Or maybe as a father, how do you feel like you're connecting with your kids, energy-wise, those sorts of things?
I don't know if I can answer this honestly on camera because it's probably not going to make the cut. I don't know. I'd have to try and figure that out.
Okay.
How do I say? Only because I get home and the girls are off doing activities or whatever, so it's not really like there's this after hours me playing in the backyard, pushing on the swing.
Okay. So you're not being dad as such.
I know what you're trying to sort of create there.
Because like you get up at 4:30, right? And you're committing to yourself.
Yeah.
To be a better version of yourself.
Yeah.
For everybody else. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I was trying to get out of you. Just is there?
I was going to see how it manifests in. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I'm as attentive as I could be in that sense.
The business that we go, yeah,
that's bullshit. Feeling good and feeling strong and feeling capable. Because if you feel like you can work out in here for an hour and move heavy things and feel that rush that comes with it and those good vibes, then that has a lasting effect. So it's a very positive thing for mindset and that feeling of accomplishment.
Yeah, awesome, cool.
With regard to how it works with family and kids is just to set a good example for them of what healthy lifestyle looks like. It wasn't something that was shown much to me when I was growing up. And also to be just capable and able to do things as you get older, like to go and, walk up a mountain or, you know, go swimming or go on adventures or, you know, go for a ski trip, it means you can do it without feeling like you're going to break in half, and you can, you know, show them what's possible. I think you just don't feel sluggish, you know. I used to get myself to work early to do some of the jobs, and I, you know, wouldn't train much in the morning. So now I train before I arrive, you know, ready to go. I feel like I've got more creativity and ideas and energy, and hopefully can, you know, drive the team a little bit better because I'm on a bit of a high from you know, a good training session. So look, when it comes to the training system at P360, the small group thing is the best. It's not as intensive as, sorry, let me start again. When it comes to the P360 formula for training, the small group thing works really, really well for me. So you get a good mix of the camaraderie of the small group, you get a little bit of motivation off the other participants, and you get enough individual coaching and form correction while you're there. So the coaches are great. They watch what you're doing, they'll give you tips, and they'll make sure you're maximising, you know, what it is that you're trying to achieve. I think it's the concept of, it's a long way back if you let it blow out too much, you know. So if you feel the little, you know, tummy roll kind of creeping in, then, you know, you've got to try and get into some kind of routine where you can kind of keep that under control. The other thing for me, and it goes back to my earlier comments about the different types of training that I've done, is that if I'd realised if all I was doing was doing this job properly for 6 or 12 months compared to 3 or 4 years of kind of doing it a bit half-assed, that I should have, you know, started this a long, long time ago. So a really well-disciplined training program in a supported environment, it's night and day how quickly the improvement's been for me. Yeah, definitely, it's a bit of a G-up when you're not really feeling it. Some days you can still get that little gentle, you know, prod, which I finds pretty handy, yeah. And I think, you know, you get to know the people that you train with, and you get some good little interaction and some banter with the guys and girls. So yeah, So yeah, I'd always said to myself that I'd be happy to spend the money to get the results. And so compared to one of the larger chain gyms, I certainly spend more, but compared to doing one-on-one PT for 120 bucks a session, I think this makes sense and is a really good kind of value proposition.
Awesome.
Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. You just got to start, is the short answer. And that first month's going to suck, and then you're going to start to miss the fact that you haven't done a workout. You're not going to feel as energetic, and then you're going to want to keep coming back. So,
speaking of month, you did the October overhaul.
Yeah.
So I reckon you crushed it, and you got sick.
Yeah, I got sick for a week, unfortunately. But yeah, 0 beers, you know, still snuck a few barbecue shapes in the mix there, but most of the time I got into some pretty good clean eating habits. And yeah, again, that concept of craving good food as opposed to bad food, and feeling good after eating a big ass salad with a whole bunch of protein in it, as opposed to, you know, fast food. You sort of want and seek out the good stuff. So I'm pretty confident there's some lasting effects and habits that have come about from that. Yeah, I lost about 2% body fat and probably a couple of kilos overall. I'm never going to be a big guy, and I don't really fancy myself eating 200 grams of protein a day to sustain it. But just to get as good a result as I could from the effort I was putting in was pretty good. And yeah, there's a lot more to come. Yeah.
Oh, awesome, mate. No, you're doing